We've got girls KMAC action to tip off your Saturday afternoon, and not just any game, but the most heated rivalry that the area has to offer. So buckle up and get ready for the Devil Dog game as East Knox and Danville go at it on the ladies' hardwood. And it's all coming your way anywhere the internet can be found. Next.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Lacey Construction.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Knox Public Health pregame show for one of the most fun rivalries in the area. No love lost between Danville and East Knox. I am Brian Skowronski. Cray Falde is joining me here this afternoon, and I do love this rivalry, this head-to-head. It's definitely two communities not separated by a whole lot of space, Cray, and any time that happens and you've got a little bit of bad blood, it usually makes for a great product out there on the playing surface.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Brian. These two teams are relatively close. Probably everybody knows each other, and both teams have played against each other probably for quite a few years now. So it doesn't matter what the records are when these two teams get together.
We'll dive first into Danville and the season they've been having. A high-scoring team. They love pushing the basketball, getting after you at the defensive end with Ella Proper running the show here. They just had a 6-game win streak snapped, so I feel like this team's probably pretty hungry for a get-right game, and especially going against their longtime rival. This is a big one they've had circled on the calendar for a while.
Yeah, I can imagine, especially after the last game, and they did suffer that loss. They just want to get back to their winning ways, and what better way to do it than against your biggest rival.
No question about it. These two teams love matching up with one another. Danville looking to get right here today, and they might just have to do it on the strength of that young lady right there, our player spotlight, Ella Proper. She runs the show like a maestro at both ends, a lethal scorer, a fabulous defender, almost 15 points, nearly 4 steals per contest.
Yeah, not only offensively effective, but like you mentioned, the steals, that's a very strong number for a high school athlete.
And she's a coach's kid out there too, so she's a direct extension of Matt out there on the floor. So they're having those conversations at the dinner table and even beyond practices. So you always love seeing that combination. Anytime you can get a father-daughter or any which combination, it usually breeds a fabulous athlete.
Absolutely, and I imagine the poor girl, she just can't make a mistake now.
And for Mandy Todd's bunch playing at home here today, East Knox excited for some home cooking, 5 straight on the road, and the Dogs have played very well here at the Dog Pound. 3-1 so far in the season, Cray.
Yeah, when you're practicing daily at your own gym, anytime you have a ball game here, it's a little more effective and advantageous for you. The girls are used to the court, the depth perception of the walls. Being in this particular gymnasium, you got the stands and the fans only on one side of the gym, makes it a little bit different, especially for visiting teams.
There's Mandy Todd talking to her young group of pups out there, and you don't love the scoring average for them. Probably going to have to get up above 40 here this afternoon if they want a chance to knock off Danville. But Sydney Opfer, definitely the lady in the middle that can help get it done. 7.5 points per game, nearly a double-double when you see the rebounding total, and a pretty decent defender too, just with that size at 6 foot tall in the girls' game. And in small school basketball, I mean, that's going to be a weapon no matter where she's at.
Oh, absolutely. Something you got to be totally aware of. If you're Danville, keeping her off the boards would be the key.
There's a look at Sid right there. Got the great ponytail game going on, and that's pretty strong on both sides here today, of course. I'm always fascinated by the girls' hair and how they're able to construct it and get ready for game day. That's a big piece of the puzzle.
Believe me, having 4 daughters, I know those rules.
We will now pause for a moment. Got to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. It's time for the Star Spangled Banner. Always one of my favorite parts of any athletic competition is just, honoring this great country, Cray. Everyone gets up on their feet. It's either an emotional time for some, getting locked in for others. It's just I think it's a cool part about high school athletics.
Yeah, I agree with you, but unfortunately, it's probably the only time during the night the afternoon that they're all going to be together as one, and that's during the national anthem.
We'll see who can play as more of a cohesive unit here this afternoon. Danville's done a better job of that so far. 8 wins so far in their first 11 outings, but coming here to the Dog Pound, a tough place to play. East Knox knocked them off in this rivalry a season ago here in this gym. Excited to see if they can do it again here tonight. Let's break down my keys to success for both squads out here this afternoon. We will begin with the visitors from Danville, and for the Lady Devils to win, this is what I think, Cray. You always want to play in runs here in the game of basketball, of course, so some chunk scoring for them, get a few 6-0, 8-0 runs. Who knows, maybe you can push that thing into double digits, but you have to run. That's what their MO has been over the last couple of seasons. Get up and down the floor. If they can push the pace, something that East Knox doesn't really love doing, obviously I think it plays into the Blue Devils' hands.
Yeah, tempo is going to be the key, just like you mentioned, for Danville, and to stay true to themselves, they just got to make that happen, and it's up to East Knox to stop that from happening against them.
Starting lineups being announced here for Danville. See Kylie Hess, Brogan Stotts being announced.
Number 15,
Grace Gromberg. There's Ella Proper. And last but not least, Addison Nickley. Solid starting five for the Lady Devils. And for the Bulldogs, my keys to victory for them tonight brought to you by Knox Public Health. You gotta win the boards. They've got some big girls in the middle. Gotta capitalize on that. And don't feel rushed. Play your game, control the ball, have some long drawn out possessions.
Yeah, one of the biggest keys if you want to control the tempo is to crash the offensive boards, and if they can get that done, it'll eliminate Danville from being overly aggressive and getting the ball up and down the court.
Starters this afternoon for the Bulldogs. Got Reese Todd, Sydney Opfer, Molly Totten, Jaden Annette, and last but not least, Isabel Bostic. Dogs will huddle up for the final time here in the pregame before we get KMAC underway here inside of the Dog Pound, as that will wrap up our Knox Public Health pregame. It is time for girls basketball action. And I feel like these are always interesting games in these early afternoons. Who's locked in here early on? Did you stay up late on a Friday night? Did you go out, hang out with your friends? Can you pull it all together here early on, or does it take you a while to get into the game?
Yeah, well, I'm sure the coaches will have something to say about that.
Opening possession will belong to the Dogs. Little ball action screen there and a block shot. Proper getting a piece of it. Dogs finally get it in bounds here. Looking for their first true shot attempt. There it is, a piece of the back iron and off target there for Bostic. So it's one and done. And here's Danville with her so lethal, getting out on the break. Kylie Hess, the first points here of the afternoon. Bostic barking out some orders, looking to get in a half-court set. They'll initiate on the left wing here with Todd. Like to get Opfer down on the block. Instead, it's a nice dribble drive, a little too hard off the glass there for Totten. Second opportunity, no bueno. And we'll get a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring the Lady Devils. Diving. Picking up here at the half court. Takes a fall. Wide open look for Proper, lips out. Double dribble and a turnover here, so really slow start for East Knox.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of nerves out there, just like that's just an unforced error.
Chance here for the Lady Devils to take a 2-score differential up on the scoreboard. Excellent man-to-man defense out on the perimeter here for Todd. So they'll swing it to the corner now for Hess, looking to back her way in. And now Mickley going to draw the foul. Second look on our KCH replay.
Going to draw the foul.
First free throw is pure. And the junior will make them both 4-0 here, Danville, and this is where they're at their best, getting up in their full court pressure. We'll see how East Knox handles it. Pretty easily, they'll just clear it out here for Bostic. Now off the drive, another block shot. This time it's Mickley getting a piece. Dogs fortunate to hang on to it. Long two, and banks are open here this afternoon for Todd. Down low, Mickley has to kick it out as she drew a double. Now Proper, a little shovel pass. Three ball on the way, and it is good from Brogan Stotts. Danville with a showcase of different shot-making abilities so far here. That would have been a three. Opfer securing another offensive rebound. Dogs are killing the glass inside, and they've got another one. And I believe, what do we have there?
Call her she fell down with the ball. Call her for traveling.
Check it out here on the replay. Look like official on the near side, probably going to blow the whistle for the foul. The referee right on top of it. Got her for the travel first. Jalen Smith fresh off the bench. First sub into the game. Proper kind of forcing one up. And we'll get a loose ball foul here. This one going to go against the Bulldogs. We'll stay down here at this end. Excuse me, that's going to go against Danville.
Kind of a soft full court press right there. Just let them know that they're going to play them the full 84 feet.
Second bucket for East Knox. Molly Totten there, the 5'5" junior getting inside. Nearly an answer by Mickley about 5 seconds later. Lipped out. And the pace starting to pick up here. Here's Hess with the step through in the left. Pretty tough right there, Cray.
I think she's been practicing something like that, that's for sure.
Lead push back out to 5. As we're just past the midway point here of quarter number 1. Sid dumps it down inside. Great look. A little hard off the glass that time. And we're going to get a foul. This one's going to go against the Bulldogs. It'll be their second. We'll take a look back at that last bucket here. Whoop! Nice little Euro step through traffic there for Kylie Hess.
Yeah, that's some WNBA action right there. I do like what East Knox just did there on the defensive rebound, where they actually were trying to attack the basketball, trying to slow down the fast break. They've given up a couple of bunnies already.
Forced Danville to earn it here in the half-court set. Kick out off the drive, and it's out of bounds from the right hand of Jalen Smith, so a giveaway here for the Devils. Bostic looking to get the basketball. Instead, they'll have to bring it across here with Diven. Lobs it inside here. Sid. Great post up. She is deadly if she can catch the ball down there on the block. Bulldogs getting down, forcing a tie up, and they're going to get the possession arrow. Quick replay of that last dump down on the block. And Opfer getting on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's going to be very hard to stop. They just got to continue to look for that rather than waiting for little spots.
And watching them play and just the skill set that she has in the pregame, it does amaze me as East Knox turns it over here. The Sydney's not like a 15, 16 point per game kind of score just yet in her career.
Yeah, it's coming. It's just a matter of getting the adjustments correctly and making her the point of the offense.
Bulldogs trying to shoot in there. Instead, it leads to a 3-ball. Comes up just a little bit short here from the left hand of Stotts. And the Dogs will end the possession. Baseline drive and the shot. Forced up just a little bit. Nice defense being played on Diven. Crossover, reach in, no whistle against Sid.
They're letting them go here, that's for sure.
Definitely had an impact on the play, so the Blue Devils turn it over. This shot just short, though, from Molly. As we're under 2 minutes to go. On the leak out, wild one put up there from Hess. Now Proper with the shovel pass. 3-ball on the way, and it hits its mark. Jalen Smith dialing in the GPS. And a timeout taken. A home and kitchen supply timeout. Show you that last possession for Danville here in a second. Here we go, just Proper drawing a lot of attention. That happens when she drives. Beautiful basketball right there. I love when shooters don't hesitate. Cray, they just put it up. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. You can imagine the amount of the percentages go up if you just grab the ball. Once you catch the ball, you release it right away. Very impressive with East Knox has kept it pretty tight here. They do a good job collapsing on their defense. But unfortunately with the 3 ability of Danville, sometimes you're going to get caught off guard like that.
Dogs trail by 6, looking to cut into the deficit. As that goes through the 5-hole there of Opfer. Devils with a chance to add to their largest lead. Little off the mark there for Hess. Sid from the perimeter catches a ball screen. Now the 3 on the way, and it's banked in yet again.
Just traveling.
And a traveling violation, so Molly Totten puts up 3 the hard way off the square. And 5 of East Knox 9 points, I think, were kind of unintended banks.
I did not hear her call it from this distance,
No,
that's for sure.
no.
Yeah, that's the 4th time that Danville's had a long cross-court pass like that for layups, but I think they only got 4 points off of all that, so it's not hurting them just yet.
Down to the final 30 seconds. Quarter number 1 winding away. Would have been a 3. Opfer battling for it inside. Another jump ball, 3rd one here of the opening quarter. And it'll give way back over to Danville. They'll get Addison Mickley back into the mix. Hess takes a seat. Proper being pressured here by Chloe Tucker, a freshman. Kind of put her back on her heels a bit. Three seconds, we'll see if Danville recognizes. Proper at the horn.
Oh!
Count it! Big shot here from Ella Proper right before the end of the first quarter horn, and that is how the first will end.
Might be some controversy as to whether that made it in time or not. It looks like it's not going to count it.
So it's actually 12-9 as we head to the second.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
So 12-9 the count as we open up quarter number 2. They wave off the Ella Proper 3, who then comes down with a rebound in between a pair of defenders there. And Proper looking to get to work. Shot blocked though. Opfer coming over from the weak side for help.
It's really good defense by the freshman there.
Bulldogs need to find a spark offensively. That's been their struggle all season long, averaging right around 33 points per game. A little ahead of that average here so far through one quarter of action. As Taunton gets her shot blocked, and it's been a block party. Everyone's invited so far here this morning. And some free throws on the way here for the Dogs as they'll send Reese Todd to the charity stripe. First one hops off the front iron. .53 junior with one more on the way. And it's empty, but an offensive rebound. No putback there from Jasmine Smith.
They need to use a glass on that type of situation. Get under the basket like that. The backboard can be your friend.
Yeah, certainly a tough angle that time for the sophomore. And just a very young East Knox roster. They've got 5 freshmen, 2 sophomores, making up more than half of the varsity roster. Here's a junior, Sid Opfer, looking to go end-to-end off the steal, and she gets fouled.
It's impressive. Off the steal, she went down all the way on the left-hand side, kept it with her left hand all the way, went up with the shot left-handed. So good for her. It's good fundamentals.
The skill set, undeniable. The top rebounder in the KMAC so far here at the midway point. And starting to develop, of course, as an offensive threat as she gets East Knox into double figures. Bostic back out onto the floor. And some crazy fans up top with us here, Cray.
There's young guys pounding on the bleachers.
Another offensive rebound for the Dogs. Bostic fresh off the bench, had it lip out, and another opportunity. Man, more free throws coming up here for the Dogs, but unable to capitalize, Cray.
Yeah, we talked about one of the keys to the game was getting those offensive rebounds, but as you say, you've got to produce points after the fact.
Already the third foul, though, a minute, 12 seconds in to the second quarter. And with the new rule change, of course, 5 every frame, just like the NBA does, and that'll put East Knox at the line in the bonus. Love the atmosphere. And you know you're being loud when pretty much everybody up front's kind of turning and looking back up here in this corner like, who are these crazy kids making all that noise? But I think they're East Knox fans, and they're making a bunch of noise while the Bulldogs are at the stripe.
Yeah.
So you got to live and learn even as a fan. Hard take to the hole, but Grace Gromberg a little too hard off the glass. So the Dogs again hold them to 1 and done. They got the 3 on the way. Little breeze coming through. Opfer, though, able to snatch it, but they can't get it back down to her.
She needs to put that offensive rebound, just turn around and bank it. Gets herself an easy 2 points.
All square at a dozen, and the rip Great defense by Smith. And she's going to slow it down, back it out. Not for long, though. 3 on the way. Well off target for Reese. Looked a little rushed.
Yeah, they had the numbers, but she chose to shoot the 3.
Quick dribble for Hackman, gets cut off. Back out to Stotts. And we're going to get a foul on the floor. Solid acceleration there to get by Isabel Bostic. And now the freshman will check out. So a lineup we haven't seen yet for East Knox out on the floor, paired together.
It's a nice out-of-bounds play on the backside, off-ball screen. Nobody caught on to it, and she almost got herself an easy 2 points there.
That was Jaden Annette having trouble trying to fight through that screen. And the tippy toe just over the free throw line. So Grace Gromberg eliminates a chance for the first point. Chance to give Danville the lead here. A little bit different strategy defensively. The 1-2-2 half-court pressure here for Danville. See how the Dogs elect to try to attack this. Not very well. Gromberg with the steal. Oh, great look. Short corner, and the lefty snipes it. That's Stotts. Five points now for Broken Stotts. And we'll get a foul on the floor. Look back at that last shot here from Brogan. More about the setup there than the actual shot about 6 feet away uncovered.
That was a real nice assist, by the way. It's a beauty of changing defense like Danville coaches just did through on the 1-2-2 half-court trap. It's taken a couple possessions, East Knox, to decide what they were going to do with that.
Annette got a pretty good look about 3 feet away. And as they send it ahead, East Knox at least getting back there. Proper halfway in, and it popped out. Dogs want to get it to Annette. Instead, the 3 ball launched, and it hits its mark. Big shot there from Jasmine Smith. Back to even 15 all. Danville looking to change that with one shot. Air ball, but knocked out of bounds, last touched by East Knox.
Opfer checking back in. Should be a good idea to get her down on the block against that zone.
They've got her matched up right now with Ella Proper. Trying to put some length out on the perimeter. Late on the closeout, Ella comes up short. Missed her last couple of shots. And Danville just loses it out of bounds. So Jaden Annette stood her ground, gave a little bump. And it works out in East Knox favor.
Back to the 1-2-2 half-court trap.
Dogs with a little bit different strategy this time. Splitting things up top. Had Opfer in the middle. Kylie Hess did a nice job snaking in there, getting the turnover.
Yeah, I'd like to see the ball pass to the middle like that, but I think when you have a 6-foot-tall girl in the middle, you want to lob it up to her, let her face the basket, kick it the other side, and you should have an easy bucket.
Both teams now with 4 personal fouls, so the next one will put each side in the bonus. No one covers Ella Proper. 0 for 3 on her last trifecta attempts, though. And just not a good decision. That one thrown away there by the junior diving. Referee
looks
said
like
tips.
it looks like it got tipped somewhere. I just thought
Okay.
that was a horribly incomplete pass. Going to the football analogy.
Ella's not complaining. Off a couple of shoestrings. The kick out, the three almost fell on its home. Second opportunity for a net. The third finally splashes home for Ella.
I think Danville's coach at halftime is going to be talking about this rebounding from East Knox on the offensive end. It's killing them.
Dogs brought their Windex here this afternoon, but the and one at the other end. What an answer.
Yeah, Hess definitely making things happen out here, that's for sure.
Nice step through for Kylie. Off balance, she don't care. Flips it up, buckets, and another opportunity on the way. She's got 6 points, leading all scorers so far.
I think she wants to see the replay on the big screen, don't you?
We could run it back for her one more time here.
That's a fun and one.
And some fun shoes out there, too. I love the bright colors. The kick game, they've really elevated it here over the last 5-10 years. We were a little boring back in my day, Cray. Not anymore.
No more Chucky Taylors.
Yeah, these kids, they got some spunk. Danville back on top by one. Looking to get aggressive defensively. And this is going to lead to some free throws. Nickley didn't love the call. Whistled right in front of the Danville bench, and still a long way to go here for the Dogs to be in the bonus. 2 shots. Strebe able to connect on the first. Second one spins out for the freshman, but the offensive rebound again won't lead to a putback. But try again, do the Dogs, and they finally get it to go. 7 points now for Smith. A foul at the other end. We'll run it back on that last bucket. Just watch Jasmine working inside. And Danville just, I'm not sure what's going on. They're just not really getting a body on a body right now, are they?
No, especially on their defensive end. You can't not give up that many offensive rebounds. They're doing a great job moving the ball up the court. I think what just happened on that last play with East Knox, I think there was a recent substitution, and one of the girls had forgotten who she was assigned to. That's why she was wide open.
Proper able to sink the pair. As we're sub 3 minutes to go, all knotted up 20 apiece.
Good job reversing the ball.
Dogs would love it to get it inside, and says Smith, she has not been shy, and why not? Kaboom.
She's feeling it, that's for sure.
Jasmine Smith into double figures, carrying the offensive load for the Dogs. Tough runner, contested at that. Oh, but how about that? Kylie Hess, like a safety watching traffic, switch. And she
all with
cruises
one
in.
hand.
She's been fantastic so far at both ends. 9 points now.
Hands up, inside.
Throwing it in the spin cycle there, but off target was diving. As we'll get a loose ball foul.
Once again, Brian, another offensive rebound by East Knox. It's basically the reason they're up by one.
$18 rebounds for the Bulldogs so far.
I'd say well more than half of those have got to be on the offensive end.
They've got Danville doubled up, 18-9 differential on the boards. And you're absolutely right. Doing a lot of damage on the offensive glass, and here recently starting to capitalize for some second chance points. They come up empty, though, at the free throw line there with Strebe. Three on the way. No bueno for Hackman. Opfer looking to go to work over the left shoulder. No friendly roll here at home. Hess with the crossover, loses her defender all the way to the rack.
She's living in the paint.
Kylie Hess with 11. Sid with a great catch. Battling for it, and last touch by Opfer. Show you that last bucket for Kylie yet again. Just great footwork. Something that really stands out for Miss Hess. Dogs going down to the floor. Drawing fouls, though. Actually, this one's going to go against Danville.
Yeah, I think they got one of the girls for a block on that or trip.
It's going to be the first foul against Kendall Lepley. And should be a two-shot foul here. Now, Cray, as a former coach, longtime official, thoughts on eliminating the 1-and-1 and going to the new NBA rules?
Well, they did it for a reason. I just don't know what the reason is. I really liked the bonus situation of the 1-and-1. I think it makes you a little more concentrated as a free throw shooter. It also allows for more aggressive defense. Now, you know, you got to be less aggressive because you're always going to give up 2 free throws instead of the opportunity of just 1. And I think that's the biggest difference.
Yeah, I'm with you. I really do miss the 1-and-1s, having to earn it, the pressure, especially at the end of games. Still adjusting. Shot short, kept in bounds, but right into the hands here of Molly Totten. Looking to push a 2-on-5, going to work the step through, left hand, come on.
A lot of great individual plays this half.
Molly's got 7 now as we're the final 15 seconds before the halftime break. And a traveling violation, a giveaway here for the Devils. East Knox with their largest lead so far, a chance to add to it on the final shot.
I definitely want to work for just 1 shot here. Make sure you have a guaranteed lead at the end of the half.
Todd lobs it to Sid. Now here's Molly off the screen. Got to get it up in a hurry. It's on the way. And that will do it for quarter number 2. We've got a great one going here in the Devil Dog game. East Knox leads it by 3 as we head into the halftime lockers. Stay with us. We'll be right back with our Knox Public Health halftime, have stats analysis, and get you all set for quarter number 3. You're watching live and free girls KMAC basketball exclusively on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience. Need a construction team that can do it all? Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Lacey Construction.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
Today's live and free presentation of the Devil Dog game brought to you guys by our amazing sponsors. How about Killbuck Savings Bank? Community banking, it's what they do, it's who they are every single day. Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970, located in downtown Mansfield. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. And Knox Public Health. They are public health, protect, promote, prevent. We will be right back with your halftime stats in about 30 seconds. See you guys then. It's halftime here in Howard as we welcome you inside our Knox Public Health halftime show. A couple quarters in the books, and right now it's the home team on top by a slim margin, 27-24. I am Brian Skowronski, Cray Falde joining me here this afternoon. Great rivalry game, and it's gone back and forth. We saw Danville take an early lead towards the end of the second quarter. East Knox starting to capitalize on some of those second chance opportunities. It's been pretty tight, though, basically the entire way.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of interesting things about the stats in that first half. East Knox out-rebounded Danville 21-10, and more than half of those were on the offensive end. Unfortunately, they didn't produce enough points after the fact, especially when you look at the free throws when they shot 6-13. Another interesting stat I thought was the team that's actually pushing or pressuring the basketball, Danville, has only created 9 turnovers, where East Knox, who's putting no pressure on Danville whatsoever, outside of the half-court game, they have converted 12 turnovers from Danville. So those are the two things that stick out to me, and I'm sure both those things would be addressed by both coaching staffs at the half, and hopefully they'll make those adjustments.
Yeah, if you're East Knox and their head coach, Mandy Todd, you got to be impressed with the board work that they have done so far, specifically on the offensive end of things, as you mentioned. Did a little bit better job of turning those into some points there towards the end of the second quarter. So what type of adjustments are we going to see from Matt Proper and his group here in the second half? Certainly it seems like there has to be something. The Dogs were getting killed early. Big passes over the top. They've kind of limited that here as of late. So the coaching strategy, the chess match. Always love seeing that at the beginning of the third quarter. Who's going to make what type of adjustments?
Yeah, they always say like the first 2 or 3 minutes of the East half, or the last 2 minutes of the first half, first 2 or 3 minutes of the third quarter are so important. And the big thing here is, like you mentioned, it looked like East Knox started getting back on defense, so the long court passing of Danville was less effective. The biggest thing, the adjustment that has to be made is, let's be maybe a little less aggressive on the half-court defense by Danville, and therefore you can check out your girl and stop those East Knox from getting so many offensive rebounds. I think that's the biggest key. Interesting in the first half, I felt their turning point right at the end of the first quarter. If you remember, it was 12-9. Danville had pretty much controlled the first quarter, made what we thought was a three-pointer at the end of the buzzer between the first and second quarter, got shaken away, and since that time, East Knox actually outscored them, and I think outplayed them to an 18-12 number.
Yeah, they definitely were the better team in the second quarter. We'll see if that can maintain here in the third. We're just about 60 seconds away from your second half. Make sure that you do drop us some comments here in half number 2 on Facebook and then our main YouTube channel. Let us know who you're cheering for. Always interested where you guys are watching from. And if you shout us out, we will shout you out right here live over the air. Every time out, I will dive into the comment section and see what you crazy kids are up to. When you get out of here, Cray, you're an Apple Valley guy. You're living down here. What's the plans for the afternoon? What's on the docket?
Well, I wish I said I could take my boat out, but that's not going to happen this time of the year. So why not go home, get a little bit of rest, and then head out to either the pub or the Howard Hilton and enjoy a fine dinner locally.
Now, as a guy who's been to the pub a few times, shout out to the Mazza family getting that started and great food. I personally have not been to the Howard Hilton yet, so I think you might have convinced me it's time. Today might be the day.
It's definitely time. Their food is incredible. I believe they get their meat from Smithheiser. Meat's out there off of 36 and 3. Absolutely delicious food, and for a very, very reasonable price.
So Howard Hilton, if you're listening, the OH Report crew, we're coming to see you here as soon as the game is over. Cannot wait. And I got a couple kids with me, so we're going to be bringing a full load. Traveling violation for Proper to start things off. And I thought that was an interesting anecdote that you threw out there, the fact that East Knox just pretty much sitting back in half court, and it's been Danville who has been having the problems in terms of the giveaways.
So just unforced errors, time and again.
Jaden Nanette throws it into the spin cycle, and she's got the first 2 points, and I think she's got a tip off a Danville player. Oh, let's check out this replay.
Yeah, let's show that one on the big board and get a reaction from the home crowd. Game of inches.
Referee, much better look than we had there. Hess has to give it up now for Hackman. Active hands on the perimeter here for the Bulldogs to start quarter 3. Hess was sensational in the first half, and she continues it offensively here. Hadn't needed to shoot it from very long range in the first half. I think that's her first point outside the paint.
It is. Actually, her first bucket outside 10 feet for sure.
She leads all scorers, 13 points. Got half of Danville's output so far. Here's the freshman point guard, Bostic. Definitely plays well beyond her years. Very poised for a 9th grader. Gets picked up by the senior. And they wanted to get it down low to Annette, who scored on the previous possession. Not this time.
Okay.
Danville looking to run through their half-court set. A lot of action away from the basketball. Now Stotts, a couple left-handed dribbles, has to kick out to the corner. 3 comes up well short. And the rebound by Totten. Might have got away with the travel. In transition, Bostic, deep 2. Tipped in bounds by Sid, but right into the hands of Proper, looking to initiate the break. She sends ahead. Missed shot, but second chance points maybe on the way here from the free throw line for 0-0.
Kylie Hess is in the paint doing the job again as a guard.
Hess to the free throw line. And she'll miss the first attempt.
I believe that's only their second missed free throw of the game.
Danville was lights out from the charity stripe in the first half. Nearly a giveaway there for Sid. As Annette immediately trying to go to work. Read very well defensively that time for Hess. Couldn't pick it off though. Now Bostic down low. Here's Opfer. And the hook shot won't fall. In transition, up and under, Mike and drill for Danville to square things up. And now Danville comes away with the turnover, looking for back-to-back buckets.
Got one official with a foul, one with a jump ball, and the official with the foul is going to succeed.
And it's a big one. It's going to be the third personal foul here against Reese Todd. So she'll be replaced in the lineup by Jasmine Smith, who had 10 points off the bench to lead East Knox offensively in the first half. Blue Devils work it around. Now Hess back up top for Proper. Has not been able to find her range, but it's kept alive here for the Blue Devils. A rare offensive board for them. And a blocking foul. Ella Proper, our player spotlight. Take a look at her numbers in the first half. Just a couple points. Field goals actually should only say 1, but no threes, and she attempted 4 of them.
No. She's getting good looks. It's just not, the ball's not bouncing her way just yet. She's got the right spin on the ball and everything.
Devils take their first lead here of the third quarter on a nice little run to start things off.
Yeah, nice time out there by Coach Todd. A little bit of a full court press going on. Good time to get an adjustment in before you find yourself behind by more than 2 points.
Take a look at our player spotlight for East Knox from the first half. Sydney Opfer, just 3 points. Not a ton offensively for her. Doing her job, though, halfway to her average of 5 rebounds. So what you would expect from Sydney, basically right at both of her season averages halfway through the game.
Right. What I'd like to see from her maybe is not so much the jump hooks that she's been shooting with kind of shooting sideways rather than squaring up to the basket. Once again, the board is your friend. She's close enough in there. Square your shoulders up, use that glass, and I think she'll have more success putting the ball in the hoop.
As promised, I'll dive into the chat section. Looks like we're still looking for our first comment over on YouTube. Guys need to spice things up a little bit in there. And over on Facebook, just a whole lot of bots chiming in. So we need you, the fans of KMAC basketball. Let us know what you're thinking about today's contest. Give you some shout-outs at the next time out. Annette with the kick out from the top of the key. Things get a little clogged inside, so East Knox backs it out. They'll spread things out. Exercising some patience here is Taunton. And that's the look that Cray was asking for.
Yeah, once again, use that glass.
Devils with a 7-2 run to start the third. It'll stay that way here. Annette, though, with the defensive rebound, ends the threat. Now Isabel looking to get East Knox in a half-court set. Dogs look a little out of sync here on this possession. Things did open up for Annette. Not a good pass for Sid, as it's the 4th turnover here, the third quarter for the Dogs.
I like how Annette uses her body inside. She always seems to be in the right position. She just needs a better pass thrown her way, and I think she would have had an easy bucket there.
Jaden, the only senior on the squad this year. 5 juniors and then a couple sophomores with 5 freshmen. Which sometimes you got to go through years like this, at least record-wise. Hasn't been great for East Knox, but the future, of course, it's always great to get varsity experience as a freshman and sophomore. As we get Opfer with her second block. Smith picked up by Proper, calls for the on-ball screen. And a whistle of foul is going to go here against Danville. And that's Mickley on the perimeter.
Yeah, to add to your commentary about East Knox being so young, totally agree with that. But halfway through the season, I'm going to grant them an extra year of experience. So you don't play like a freshman or sophomore after 11 games as a varsity player. You're now experienced.
Great look inside for Taunton.
It's an excellent pass.
Back to square on the scoreboard, 31 each. See if it lasts for long instead of turnover. Second giveaway by Danville here in the third. And looking to get some full court pressure on face guarding. Tough entry pass. They do just get it into Molly. Who's got some space down the lane. She goes and bumped, I think, before the shot.
I think he's going to give her 2 shots on that one. Must be that NBA continuation rule today.
It will indeed land Molly Totten on the free throw line. So you had a second look there on our Knox Community Hospital replay. Good looking stroke there. Fouls on Kylie Hess, just her second team foul on the frame as well for Danville. Free throws haven't been great for East Knox today, right around 50%. And a physical drive inside. 2 more coming up here at this end for Grace Gromberg.
3rd foul on Opfer. I'm going to consider getting her out maybe the rest of the 3rd quarter, having her a fresh, aggressive self for the whole 4th quarter.
Looks like that might be the game plan, as Annette's going to check in, and Sid indeed will go take a seat. Danville evens the count again. Proper shot in there, got a piece of that one. Dogs will have to inbound.
I think I'd be considering maybe my secondary press breaker offense, which on cue, Coach Todd must be listening through the stream.
I wonder sometimes. Ooh, timeout.
Yep.
Taken at the last second by head coach Mandy Tom.
Yeah, she counted to 4.9 right there, Brian. Got it just in time.
Hey, Coach Vuk chiming in from over in Mount Gilead territory, watching some live and free KMAC action. Says, very competitive game. He likes it. And Kayla Larimore, more KMAC commentary here. Centerburg player says, go Bulldogs. Interesting. So it's always, there's a lot of nuances, of course, when it comes to league games and you're a part of it. Who do you view as your top rivals? I think it can be different for different sports depending on who it is and the class that you grew up in.
Exactly. Or you might just be rooting for the underdog, right?
Bulldogs certainly, I think, would be that here this afternoon, as Danville tied right now at the top of the KMAC standings. So that's probably what Kayla's saying.
Oh.
As East Knox might have got away there with a little double dribble from Diven. Coach Proper can't believe that wasn't an over and back.
Yeah, ball's deflected.
Tip out, long rebound to Ella. Drives in, short corner. She's got some free throws. It's going to be just the first foul on Brogan Stotts. Pure stroke there on the first. And Ella splashes them both. She'll check out now in favor of Reese Todd.
I'm not sure if I'm correct on this, but that might have been the first time that they buried both the free throws.
Sure felt that way.
Yeah.
Danville looking for the lead, can't capture it. Smith with the rebound. Quick trigger. The lefty missed it, but bounces right into the hands and off target for Bostic. Tough break there. Thought she was going to have a cheapie. And now Hess with the stepper out. Come on.
Now that is something. If you do it once, you might think one way, but if you do it 3-4 times in the game, she knows what she's doing out there.
Got to run that back one more time. Whoop. I mean, she's just got fancy feet out there. Looks like a river dancer, the way she goes around defenders. Dogs throw it out long. Now Todd off the net screen. A lot of ball screens here for East Knox. Danville switching everything. It's going to be a deep 2 for Smith. I think that's her first shot here of the second half. As Hess sends it ahead. Catch and shoot off target. And a reach-in foul. That's going to be the 4th against Danville.
long court pass there once again. I think what Danville should have thought of doing once she caught the ball was actually drive to the hoop because there was nobody in her way. She just pulled up and shot the 2. Unfortunately, did not go in for her.
Final 50 seconds here of quarter number 3.
Be interested if she goes holds up just for one shot, or if she's going to be aggressive and try to get the lead quickly.
Well, there it is. There's your answer. Reese Todd now with a 6-pack of points. As Stotts an ill-advised pass, and East Knox ended up being kind of a 2-for-1 situation here. Might even be a 3-for-1 as they go to work quickly. Smith clanked it. And now Mickley, excellent catch in traffic, but that rims out.
With a push, it got 9 seconds to go here.
Freshman's got to recognize that. Isabel finally will. Down to 2 seconds. They got to get it off. They will, and it's going to come up well short, but East Knox, they lead it by 2 as we head to money time.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Lacey Construction.
We are back here inside of the Dog Pounds where it is money time. Fourth quarter action now underway in this Devil Dog rivalry. East Knox with a 2-point cushion, looking to go to 4-1 at home as Bostic missed it in short. Offensive rebound by Totten, but she gets her shot turned away. I'm Brian Skowronski. Cray Falde's with me here this afternoon. Been an exciting afternoon of KMAC action. Neither team has really been able to put together a nice long run.
Yeah, the only run we really had was about 7-2 run in the first quarter by Danville. Outside of that, it's been nip and tuck all the way.
Mickley with the first. No three-pointers made in that third stanza. As the second one lips out, 1-point differential. Totten looking to go by Hess, catches a screen. The switch here by Danville. Quick catch and shoot, pure for Todd.
She has a very quick release. She catches the ball and it's gone.
Devils working it around, trying to find some chinks in the armor. Bit of a forced shot there for Hess, and it'll be tipped out of bounds back over to EK.
One of her few misses today inside the paint.
Get a substitution with the freshman Chloe Tucker coming in to get some fourth quarter action. As her and fellow ninth grader Bostic swap places. Throws it into traffic back to her. Looks like she's going to try to go all the way to the hole. A lot of contact. Proper going to pick up the block, though. And a foul. This will go against Reese Todd and the Bulldogs. 4 fouls now on Reese.
You got to realize who's got the ball here. There we go. Ball's under the basket.
Nice setup, couple dribbles inside. Wow, won't fall. But right place, right time for Hess. She blew it as well from point blank range.
Yeah, back-to-back offensive rebounds. Didn't get it to convert.
But already 3 fouls against East Knox here. Less than 90 seconds into the frame. Could loom large as fourth quarter action rolls along. Proper looking to back her way in. Difficult shot challenge that time by Opfer. Lost handle. Tyven, I think, was waiting to see if the referee thought it was touched by Danville.
Yeah, delayed call, right? Throw it high to her.
Instead, it's going to be Totten. Now from the wing. Delayed shot. Not even close that time for Ella. Skip pass, tipped right into the hands of the open shooter, Hess. And it hits the restraint out of bounds back over to the Dogs. Bad pass inbounds, intercepted. Hess to the rack. No. Like there's a lid on the bucket down here. Opfer is going to be fouled inside. It's going to be second against Danville.
Seems a little out of character for both teams right now. Seem to be a little nervous or something. It's getting a little bit crazy out here.
Fourth quarter action hits, and all of a sudden things get a little bit tight, a little bit anxious. Big game for Danville, of course, leading the KMAC right now. And there's no foul called there as Dyven chucked behind the backboard. So offense getting a little bit sloppy out here. See who can settle in and find some quality possessions. Opfer with her third block, saved right back in bounds to her. Bulldogs don't want to get out and run. Dyven had to pick up her bounce, swinging it inside for Opfer.
I think it would be a good time for a timeout. You got 5 left. If you're Danville, go ahead and use them. Give your kids a rest. Get them maybe more under control.
It was their 7th turnover here in the second half. So we're stuck on 38-35 and right on cue. Coach Proper's going to pull the trigger on a TO. 2-1 the count here in this fourth quarter. Offense has been tough to come by lately.
Yeah, it's gotten a little sloppy out here, but I think maybe a little bit of the nerves. And fourth quarter, they've all been out there playing hard. Although there's been a lot of substitutions, it just seems like maybe they're just getting a little tired. Good timeout.
Let you folks know that we've got plenty more action coming up here on the OH Report today. We've got a couple gentlemen over at the Gorman Invitational at Mansfield Senior. Big-time wrestling action. Later tonight, we'll have Winford at Colonel Crawford Boys. That's a big live stream, collabing with WBCO Radio. Have a highlight to follow synced up to the audio. And then game action over on the reservation, Cardington at Mount Gilead Girls. That's a big one. Joshua Banks is on the call there. This one, the matinee, taking you into your Saturday evening. Got some big NFL football games going down tonight as well. But back to the matter at hand. Danville with the basketball. Trying to tie it up or at least pull within one. As Mickley collects her own miss. The kick out to Proper in traffic. Dogs have done a nice job of just walling up, not fouling. 3 shots and then a foul eventually against the Blue Devils. Disappointing possession here in terms of the outcome.
Yeah, 3 chances at the bucket there. Again, that's twice in the last minute that they've had 3 chances and 0 points in 6 shots.
Bostic able to give it across the timeline here. Picked up by the senior Proper. She'll switch now onto Bostic. A little leap into the lane and a left-hand finish.
Very confident drive to the hoop on that one.
Molly Totten having a great offensive night. 12 points for her. Proper's been pretty quiet. A nice answer there. Just 4 points for the all KMAC selection. Should be an open look. Quick trigger, and it finds the bottom. All of a sudden, offense piling up. Annette with the latest 2. Quick, and Smith with the pilfer. And she's going to slow it down.
That's her second such steal this game.
And gets possession for the Dogs back. 5-point cushion. Getting down to crunch time, but Hess, we've seen this too. And deja vu +1.
That's excellent, using your body, knowing when where the defender's at, causing the actual physical contact. Bucket goes in. Now she's at the free throw line.
2 more points for Kylie Hess, adds to her game best 18. And 4 fouls now on East Knox. Halfway home, leapt out there, but a giveaway. Hess all over the place. She loses the handle. So East Knox clinging to a 3-point advantage. As Bostic looked like she got poked in the mouth. See what Coach Mandy Todd draws up here.
Looking at Opfer, throw it high to her. High.
Said it's going to get picked off. Mickley got a little bit higher. Has baseline, excellent feed. Timeout taken by Danville. It's going to be a 30-second timeout.
It's an interesting timeout right there. They just night a little run going, little momentum. I think I might have let that play out, their full court press, see if they get another takeaway. But he's got other ideas up his sleeve, I'm sure.
It's 7-6 Danville here in the frame as we say what's up to Tanner Slusher. Chiming in over on our Facebook feed. Fun afternoon of KMAC basketball for you folks. Perhaps no better rivalry in the league. Hit me with your comments. Debate me if you feel like there's a better one, but East Knox Danville seems to have a lot of juice behind it.
Both teams showing it today. Very aggressive. Big will to win for both.
Face guarding everywhere, and then forcing Coach Todd to have to spend a timeout of her own.
And she's only got one left the rest of the game. It's something to think about with 2:45 to go. But it avoided a turnover.
And interesting what Danville did there, putting Grace Gronberg out kind of like a safety, watching everything go down in front of her, face guarding all over the place. Other than that,
I think on the inbounds play for East Knox. They need to use Opfer and her size. She needs to ask for the ball by getting her hands up. What she needs to do is maybe pick away from the ball, then reverse pivot. Now you're going to have the defender on your back, and at her height, it's just going to be very difficult to steal. At least you're going to get the inbounds and then kick it right back to the girl inbounded to you, and off you should be able to go. I'm sure the adjustment right now with Coach Todd is going to be something a little different that Danville hasn't seen yet.
Out of the timeout, it's going to be Bostic, the trigger lady.
Okay, they're going in a stack here instead of the spread.
Opfer up front, and she lays a screen, turning, asking for the basketball. So when you got that coaching pedigree and background, Cray, sometimes you all know what you're talking about.
On occasion.
So the Dogs able to at least get into their half-court set. Big possession here, just a 1-point lead. Bostic swivels back to the outside and out of bounds off the net.
The game of momentum, it's down on Dansville's side for sure.
Addison Mickley checks back in. So it's the starting lineup on the floor here for Danville in the closing minutes. Proper calls for the ball screen. Not a lot of contact there. Now sets up. Hess from the short corner dribbles in, and a contested shot bailed out.
Once again, another great opportunity for Hess with 2 free throws. That the way she uses her body when she goes up to shoot, very impressive. She makes sure that there's contact, and as long as she's not the one forcing it, she's going to be at the free throw line.
Fouls on Molly Totten. That's going to be her 4th now. 5th foul against the Bulldogs, so Danville's in the bonus.
Going for point number 20 here.
Can't snatch the lead. So we stay even at 42 each. Final 2 minutes of regulation. Totten lays the ball screen, going the other way is Diven.
I'd like to see him work it inside to Opfer if they can.
She's had very limited touches down on the block here in this second half. Here's Sid with the flash, and Sid, the 3's on the way. Can't find it. Dive in, called for the reach in.
It's a silly foul you don't want to see, especially when you're in the bonus like that. It's free opportunity with points and no time running.
Danville with a chance to take their first lead here in the 4th quarter. They will do just that, and one more coming up.
I think this is her version of the step-back free throw. It's unique, but she's making them tonight.
Yeah, it is interesting footwork here. Goes 2 for 2. Another timeout spent here by Danville. Just a 30.
It's a good utilization of timeouts by Coach this quarter. He's got 2 left. Not much time to go. East Knox with just 1 timeout. And another thing to keep an eye on is only 2 fouls on Danville, so you've got 2 fouls to give, thinking long term.
Couple comments flowing in here on the Facebook. Wendy cheering on the Bulldogs here this afternoon. Jesse Wolford Smith is goated right now. Katie says, go Sid. And Tanner Slusher arguing that Cardington Mount Gilead is a better rivalry than the Devil Dog game.
Well, you ask, Brian, you receive.
I like it. Let the debate begin.
Taking off the full court pressure, another unique opportunity here. It's going to go straight man-to-man.
Almost a walk there by Bostic before the possession even had a chance to kind of unravel. Slick baseline drive, little contact, shot short, and the follow. So 2 free throws coming up here for Diven. And I love the acceleration, the burst.
Opportunity to tie the game here. Their free throw shooting this half has been a little better than the first half. And hopefully she'll have the confidence to bury both of these.
She'll need both to get back to even. Just under a minute to go. And she misses the pair. Couple big misses.
45 seconds.
And for East Knox, eventually, might have to consider putting somebody on the free throw line. You don't want it to be this young lady. Leading scorer and one of the tops in the KMAC. Try to adjust our clock. Those jumping kids knocked it all over the place.
It's a big free throw here. Can put them up by 3 points.
She is able to hit.
Down by 3 does not necessarily mean you need a 3. And once again, Danville has 2 fouls to give.
3 ball on the way. It's off. Totten with the offensive rebound. Had a huge opportunity to rush the shot. Timeout delivered to Danville, who has owned an 11-6 advantage here in the fourth quarter.
Coach Todd, I'm sure, is telling her players that you have to foul immediately. Don't waste any time. If you don't get the immediate steal from out of bounds or the 5-second call.
Yeah. At what point, how long do you allow your girls to sit down and try to play some defense and create some chaos before you send somebody to the free throw line?
Well, I think in this particular case with this kind of time left, you try to get the 5-second call by playing super aggressive. Even if you make a foul then, you take no time off the clock and they go to the free throw line anyway. Otherwise, as soon as whoever catches the ball, get them to the free throw line immediately. Don't get beat backdoor by some stray.
Only 17 seconds remaining. Young contingent of fans cheering for East Knox to get a steal. Great read, but a foul. It's immediate, though. So Bostic has fouled out of the game. That's going to be her 5th, but only a second coming off the clock.
Outside of a 5-second call, it's exactly what East Knox needed to do. Regardless of the results of the 2 free throws here, push the ball as fast as you can, launch a 3. If you make it, boom, last time out, give yourself a chance.
Big shot there from Ella Proper to make it a 2-possession game. Very limited offensively today. That's just her 5th point. Make it 6. Comes through clutch when she needs to. East Knox got to get to work in a hurry. Totten recognizes it, pulls up, and it's going to be deflected. Danville securing the basketball, and looks like they're going to be escaping here from the dog pound with a big win.
Yeah, but big fourth quarter. Excellent maneuvers by the coach. Really good free throw shooting down the stretch. Going to be a lot better bus ride than it was looking like in the third quarter.
And their senior leader, Ella Proper, putting the finishing touches on this game. Four for 4 here at the free throw line, the last 2 trips. As Molly scoops it up at half court. And that is going to do it, folks. We had a great battle here this afternoon.
Score certainly not indicative of how close that game was all throughout.
Ends with Danville staying on top of the KMAC at 5-1. East Knox coming up just a little bit short. We'll take a quick timeout. When we return, we'll have an interview with the most valuable player of the game. I'm thinking it's going to have to be Kylie Hess. You'll hear from her, plus final stats, and we'll wrap things up here in Howard. Keep it with us.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Lacey Construction.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
We are back now with our Knox Community Hospital MVP, Kylie Hess, joining the program now after a big win and a gutsy one. You ladies were down heading into the fourth quarter. You had a big final frame. What do you think was the difference that ultimately ended you guys up on top?
Definitely our rebounding in the second half. They had 13 offensive boards in the first half.
Yeah.
And a lot of their points were put back. So I think we kind of got together, boxed out, and got those rebounds so they couldn't have those points again.
This is a critical win for you guys in terms of the KMAC standings. It keeps you on top. So to do it, not only that, but against a rival, what was kind of like the message and the feeling in the locker room just now?
Yeah, we always knew coming in would be a dogfight. So we just kept going, and the message was don't let up. Just even though we're down, we're always in those positions, it seems like a lot this season. So we're kind of used to it. But, yeah.
They got you guys here last year inside of the Dog Pound, so a nice bounce back for you to come win on the road. Explain to the folks at home, anybody who doesn't know about the Devil Dog game and the rivalry, and just what does it mean in this part of the universe?
It's a really big in our community. Everyone, it's always talked about when it comes up, and especially football. But I feel like in girls basketball, it's big too, because usually it's really tight between us, and sometimes it's even for the conference championship. Sometimes it's just to get a better record.
Well, you mentioned that you guys have had to kind of battle back in some second halves. How have you been able to be so resilient and have 9 wins so far in your first dozen?
Just stay calm. Free throws are really, really big for us. We shoot a lot of free throws during the game, during practice. So in the game, it kind of reiterates, and it helps us in the end because that's what helps us get ahead and get those wins.
Yeah, it certainly did. You guys shot the ball great from the free throw line here tonight, helping lead you to victory here on the road, keeping you, of course, right there at the top of the KMAC, as I mentioned. And what a fun race this is going to be, I think, when it all boiled down. There's about 4 teams all competing right now in the league. So what's your sense of how things are going to shake out? It'll probably come down to the last week, right?
I think next week's a big week for us. We got Mount Gilead and Centerburg.
Yeah.
And Mount Gilead got us the first time, so hopefully we can battle back and get them this time, and then hopefully not go into 2 overtimes again with Centerburg.
Well, congratulations. 19 points for you. I really thought that your footwork was outstanding here this afternoon. How much are you working on Euro steps and just overall making sure that you can get around girls with just a couple of steps?
I mean, I think my length definitely helps me because I have like longer arms. So I think during AAU I practiced it a lot with my team because they were bigger too. So we did a lot of that in practice. So I think AAU definitely helped me get that, put it into a game.
Yeah, it showed out here. Phenomenal highlights for you this afternoon. Who do you want to shout out here, Kaylee, for your big performance?
Just all the fans that come and support us every game. That means a lot.
All right, Kylie Hess, our Knox Community Hospital MVP. Thanks so much. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Lacey Construction.
We return now with your Knox Public Health post-game show. Big-time contest here. The Devil Dog game coming down to the final minute. And East Knox getting knocked off here at home 49-42. But what a gutsy effort for the Dogs. I'm Brian Skowronski, Cray Falde joining me here for this contest today. And Bulldogs, they gave it everything they had. Fourth quarter, they weren't able to make a couple of shots I'm sure that they would like to have back. And then you got to credit Danville making a couple of adjustments, as you just heard from Kylie, and getting it done, a big win for them.
Absolutely. I think the biggest key was East Knox continued to crash the boards, but they could not convert, and that was one of the biggest things. We talked earlier during the broadcast about runs. Out of nowhere in the middle of the fourth quarter, mid to late fourth quarter, Danville went on about a 9-2 run and turned the game one way to another because it had looked like East Knox had, I believe, a 4-point lead. We're at the free throw line, and from that point forward, I think it was 40-36. Score ends up 49-42, so it was about basically a 13-2 run.
Really helped Danville kind of steal a win here on the road as we look at the final stats of the night. Super even, as you would imagine. Heard Kylie talk about the 13 offensive rebounds they allowed in the first half. Did a much better job of blocking out defensively, did Danville in the second half. And the free throw shooting might be the biggest factor in the game. 17 makes for the Devils, just 9 for the Dogs.
Correct. And Danville, like Kylie had mentioned about the free throws that they'd shoot in practice all the time, and it coordinates to what they do in the game. They're very comfortable. You saw their confidence versus East Knox. East Knox looked like they had a lot of attempts. They had 19 attempts, I believe, but only made 9 of them. Right there in a close game like that in the middle of the fourth quarter, that can always be the difference in a ball game, especially when you're out rebounding the opposition.
So looking forward, Danville next at Mount Gilead. That's a huge one over on the reservation. Depending on what shakes out tonight for the Lady Indians, could be for first place outright in the league. And a much bigger school on the docket here for East Knox. Their neighbors here in Mount Vernon. They got to travel over there, and it's been a lot of road work here for the Dogs here lately. This is going to be their 6th road game in the last 7. Then they'll come home and they'll have a nice little home course pushing towards the end of the year. So a couple, maybe a bounce back game for East Knox, even though it's against a bigger school, and then a big one for Danville. Just give me your final thoughts here on what you saw from both teams and what you expect from them moving forward.
Well, what I saw is a lot of maturity from East Knox for being such a young team. They don't allow that youth to get in their way of the way that they play the game. And once again, I think that's credited. You're halfway through the season. It's almost like a whole season of experience now. So the kids that should be on JVs at a varsity level are now true varsity players. And I saw what I thought was maturity out of them. Danville on the other side, I thought great adjustments by the coaching staff. And I thought the girls were confident at the free throw line, but they played their game by pushing the basketball, pressuring the basketball, and that's how they usually win. And that eventually took its course over the course of the game, and that's how they came out on top.
Very well put, sir. And that will do it here for our coverage inside of the Dog Pound. Fun Devil Dog game yet again, as we expected, coming down to the wire. Danville pulling out a 7-point win. Do have to thank all of our generous sponsors coming together and helping you have live and free coverage, including the Killbuck Savings Bank, Knox Community Hospital, Knox Public Health, Lacey Construction, and I think that's it. I think that's all of them. Thanks to all of our generous sponsors for helping make today's live stream happen. Gotta thank my daughter, Aaliyah, coming out, tracking some stats for us. My wife, Jory Hollenbeck, running the camera. And Cray Falde, making his OH Report debut today, did a fantastic job with the color commentary. I am Brian Skowronski, saying so long from Howard. We'll see you on more KMAC action a little bit later this evening. Ta-ta for now.